Today we're diving into the wild world of advanced micro devices, AMD, stock. Imagine a scene where you're at your local barbershop. Clippers buzzing, oldies music in the background, when suddenly someone shouts, "Did you hear AMD is still trading 39% below its 52-week high but up almost 14% in the last 3 months?" Heads turn. Brows raise. That's right, amid market doldrums, AMD has been quietly flexing its financial muscles, leaving some of the broader indices in the dust. But wait, there's more. AMD's AI inference ambitions, the next big wave. First things first, AMD isn't just another chipmaker slugging it out in the cutthroat semiconductor ring. No, these folks have their eyes squarely on the burgeoning realm of AI inference. To illustrate, picture this. AI inference is like ordering from a food truck versus cooking at home. Training an AI model, think gourmet cooking at home, painstakingly measuring ingredients, and simmering for hours, happens mostly in big data centers. Inference, imagine ordering from the food truck, quick, convenient, and ready to eat, is what consumers and businesses actually use in real time. We're talking voice assistants on your phone, real-time image recognition in security cameras, and those personalized movie recommendations Netflix bombards you with. AMD's Chief Technology Officer, Mark Papermaster, recently pointed out that the industry is shifting from data center AI training to on-device inference. Smartphones, laptops, edge devices, you name it. Now, why is that a big deal? Because inference chips are like tiny ninjas, low power, highly efficient, and perfectly suited for edge computing. While NVIDIA has long reigned supreme in AI accelerators, AMD is gearing up to pounce. Remember, AMD's newly minted XDNA architecture, stemming from their Xilinx acquisition, is powering their Ryzen AI CPUs, which include integrated neural processing units, NPUs. Imagine your laptop's CPU moonlighting as a mini Darth Vader, force-choking slow AI tasks into submission. As inference demand explodes, mobile AI, IoT devices, augmented reality, the pie gets bigger. If AMD grabs even a modest slice, we could be witnessing a market share makeover. And with their upcoming Instinct MI350 series promising up to 35 times better inference performance than its predecessor, AMD may well charm data center operators and edge device makers alike. In plain English, if AI inference is the next gold rush, AMD just found a primo spot in the mine. Still down 39% from peak, but who's counting? Let's talk Turkey. AMD is currently trading about 38.8% below its 52-week high of $187.28, which it reached back on July 10, 2024. As of June 2, 2025, shares closed at $114.63, riding a modest wave on that day with a 3.5% gain. If you squint a bit, that's basically 39% below. So bankers like to round up or down for dramatic effect. Point is, if you hopped on the AMD train a year ago at the high, you'd be nursing a frown rather than sipping. But here's the twist. Over the past 3 months, AMD is up around 13.8%, while the broader market has been sliding. Yes, you read that right. While the S&P 500 and tech-heavy indices have been wobbling like toddler legs learning to walk, AMD managed to outpace them. Picture it like this. The overall market is a pontoon boat drifting on calm waters, occasionally hit by choppy waves, barely moving forward. Meanwhile, AMD is zipping along in a jet ski, cutting through waves and leaving a foamy trail of smaller negative returns from the rest of the market in its wake. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. Why this divergence? Several factors are in play. AI buzz. Investors sniff out the AI inference potential and bid up AMD's story. Data center diversification. With the MI300 series making inroads into next-gen GPUs, there's an undercurrent of institutional optimism. Oil and vinegar chip strategy. AMD's balanced portfolio, CPUs, GPUs, FPGAs, means that as one segment slows, another picks up slack. So, while the 39% off 52-week high line is a juicy soundbite for doomsayers, savvy bulls note that AMD is quietly outpacing the broader indices. If you think of investing luck like a soufflé, AMD's is rising, carefully, but steadily, despite the broader kitchen heat turning up. The bigger picture, AMD's Q1 and data center clout. Drilling a bit deeper, AMD's Q1 2025 earnings were fairly robust. The company reported a revenue of $5.16 billion, up total revenue grew 16% year-over-year, driven by strong sales in data center GPUs and ePYC server processors, a sweet spot for hyperscale cloud providers and HPC customers. Wall Street analysts had forecasted around $4.99 billion, so AMD managed to chalk up a mild beat. Meanwhile, non-GAAP operating margin stood at 28%, reflecting decent cost control despite stiff competition in the GPU game. Furthermore, AMD's data center GPU shipments, particularly the MI300 series, are starting to get noticed. These GPUs compete head-to-head with NVIDIA's H100 and H200 chips for AI training and inference. And while NVIDIA still commands a massive share of the market, AMD's mention of 35 times improved AI inference performance for the upcoming MI350 series suggests an aggressive pitch to lure data centers away from the green team. Some analysts, like those at semiconductor research firm SemiAnalysis, expect AMD's AI chip sales to rebound in the latter half of 2025 as the MI350 and subsequent architectures roll out. On the server front, AMD's ePYC CPUs are increasing market share as well. According to Mercury Research, AMD captured 24.1% of the x86 server processor market in Q1 2025, up from 20.6% a year earlier. Essentially, AMD is making two bets simultaneously, winning mindshare, and hopefully wallet share, with AI GPUs, and cementing a foothold in the server CPU domain. Both these data center pillars bolster confidence that AMD's outperformance in Q2 and beyond could persist, even if consumer PC demand remains shaky. Massive insider purchase. Cue the drumroll. Enter Philip Guido, AMD's chief commercial officer, the man responsible for making deals, nurturing global relationships, and presumably ordering a hefty dose of takeout sushi from Chipotle's spy fridge. On May 20, 2025, he dropped nearly $1 million on AMD shares, purchasing about 8,700 shares at roughly $112 per share, according to public filings. It was AMD's largest insider buy since November 2006, close to 2 decades ago. Now, insiders buying their own company's stock isn't exactly rare. But when a top executive opens his wallet to that tune, especially in this era of windowless corporate lounges and strictly regimented trading windows, it sparks eyebrows throughout the financial district. It's akin to your personal trainer suddenly investing in a local donut shop. Sure, it's unexpected, but maybe he knows something your taste buds don't. Why does this matter? Because corporate insiders often have the best seat in the house. They see the product roadmaps, sense competitive dynamics, and hear hush-hush vendor feedback. If an exec is willing to put serious cash on the line, it signals, "I believe our products and financials are about to glow up." It's like when a horse trainer eats the horse feed, if he truly thinks it's healthy. Philip Guido's move may hint that he anticipates AMD's upcoming AI chips, especially the model lineups launching in late 2025, to keep AMD's revenue engine humming. Dissecting the significance, bullish signal or red herring? Let's break down the implications of Guido's purchase. First, insider buys are often taken as a positive signal. In research by Harvard Business Review, companies where insiders purchase stock radically outperform peers over the next 6 to 12 months. The theory: executives possess asymmetric information, so if they plunk down their cash, it's not for fun, it's because they foresee improved fortunes. Yet, not all insider buying is gospel. Executives sometimes buy for personal diversification reasons or simply because they believe in long-term potential, not necessarily because a blockbuster quarter is imminent. For instance, maybe Guido expects AMD's Q3 and Q4 2025 guidance to beat expectations, owing to strong shipments of the MI350 or robust Ryzen AI adoption. On the other hand, his purchase might also be a morale booster, signaling to employees, "Hey team, I'm all in on this." If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: "I stayed until the end." Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.